Roslynn is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning selves, I'm sorry, y'all, my extended beautiful family. Thank you so much for the love and support. Y'all have truly been dropping some beautiful comments towards me, and I am ever so grateful. So, as always, thank you so much again. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. If you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. If you feel like you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up, tell me about your empathic gift and how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very informative to you, give you good vibration that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, please, go ahead and share. And even with your, fellow empath, that if they're going through some trying times, send them my way. They may need some spiritual guidance or just confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes. Please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. And I hope that you were able to resonate with the content of my video. And the channel I'm using today for my meditation is Jason Stevenson. I love his channel of meditations. He has some really good ones that are, it's helped me out a lot. I use a lot of his on, when I'm doing personal meditations or when I'm using it for here. It's called Jason Stevenson, Chakra Healing Music, Manifesting Miracles, Positive Energy, Remove All Negative Blocks, and Release Worries. We definitely need that right now. Matter of fact, let me turn it up just a little bit. Just a little bit so y'all can feel them beautiful vibes that's coming to you and comforting you when you desperately need them. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas Purging can be brutal, but it's making your power of strength indestructible. And it's so true. It is so true. We are all going through all these different changes. You're seeing things that has brought you towards your life knowledge. Basically awakening yourself, parts of you that you either hid from, or you didn't know about, or it's just being laying dormant, going through life lessons, going through soul healing and stuff like that. It's just, we have dealt with so much throughout our lives. We have gone through a lot of pain. We probably did addiction. We probably had self-harm, uh, being self-destructive, all these different shifts that are going around in the cosmic, astral stuff up there, is really taking a toll on us, but it's doing a good thing. Even though you may be going through some hard times right now, these are the things you're purging what is no longer serving you. It has served its purpose. Yes, it did hurt. Yes, you went through things that it feels like only you can understand. It felt like a nightmare you could never wake up from. It just seemed like the more positive you pushed out, the more negative came against you. And when you're out here being kind to people, people come back and lash at you. There are so many people coming over to like, Roslyn, you made this video for me, you made this video for me. People, I've been rubbing the wrong way. Look, your light is becoming stronger by the second, by the nanosecond. If if just it's like that. It's just like that. So you're rubbing people the wrong way. There could be people that is just being a negative Nancy. If there's anybody named Nancy that's listening to this, I apologize, but this ain't about you. But if anybody has just got their petty panties on, that's my new saying right now. When people just going through that pettiness and they got it on overdrive, you have to allow yourself to be just looking like, what? It's just the way I'm seeing all the things that I went through. I've been having me a rough couple of days. So I've been able to, I've been doing a lot of purging. And it's just like when I'm having that funky energy, I don't want to talk to y'all, and it's nothing about y'all, but it's just, I'm very selfish when it comes to stuff like that because we're all going through our own transformation. We're all going through those things where you're building up your own self brand. You're self made, so you're building yourself up. You're discovering a person that has not even been discovered yet. You're not going back to the norm. You're not going back to the spiritual being you was before, because we didn't realize that bonus point when we signed up for that contract. You are a powerful being. You are a fierce warrior, that you are a force that could not be reckoned with. But with you going through all these things, you're healing things that has came from ancestor to ancestor to ancestor, from generation to generation to generation, all the way from the beginning of the bloodline. And for you to be able to overcome those things, for you to be able, let me turn it down just a little bit, for you to be able to overcome those, you had to become this powerful source that had, I mean, it couldn't even bust a grape. And for that to happen, you had to deal with the most like brutal things in your life you would not wish on your worst enemy. It's like people that you don't went out your way to help is the main ones that sit up here. As soon as you turn your back, they got a dagger straight in it. You could have been able to give that shirt off your back, but shoot, they trying to burn the little clothes that you don't had left after you don't give it to them. And these are the things, it makes you want to be bitter. It makes you, the world can be cruel. It can give you a million reasons to cry. It can give you a million reasons to be hateful. It can give you a million reasons to stay focused on what somebody did, what they said to you, what they have done to you, and how you were to these people. And it's just like, I've been at that point where it made me feel like, what, I don't even know why I was nice to these people. I don't know why I did this. As soon as I gave, I lent my house out to somebody, or, well, not lent my house out, but open doors for people, or help them discover themselves. And what did I get in return? Somebody stabbing me in my back. But those things are, just like, it's like they went to their seasons with you, and you went through your seasons with them. And a lot of times, even though people step in our lives, they're not always meant to stay there for a certain, sometimes they're in there for a short period. And some of them, they're there for you to last, because it's just like when I go through things, even though I may be mad at that person at that time, I really can appreciate what they taught me, because it's like when people you have went above and beyond for, and they did nothing but stab you in the back, and y'all stop talking, hey, that's more of their loss than it is yours. And for you, don't ever allow yourself, no matter how ugly somebody can be to you, how self-righteous they want to be, or whatever they, don't allow them to ever get you out your character. Don't allow yourself to be, if you need to be mad, that second, be mad. Don't say nothing to them. Don't even allow your power to even go towards the energy of their way. You allow yourself to say, what, I'm glad I was able to help that person, because even though that love and that kindness was not reciprocated, you became that person's blessing. They became yours, because the fact is, even though they return ugliness to you, everything has a way of coming back to them in all different kind of shape, waves, form, and fashion. You allow yourself to pray for that person, because when people go out and hurt you through those, they're speaking through ego, they're reflecting through ego, they're doing things through ego. You're speaking through your truth. We have had our times where we spoke through ego. We have had our times we have spoke through anger. We have spoke through resentment. We have spoke through being angry. We have spoke through being insecure. We have all did these things. When you're allowing yourself to know that everybody has their days, everybody is on their path. Right now the world's going, while we're going through our spiritual awakening, which is very intense, the world is going right through it with it. But it's just like, if you're an empath, you feel it deeper, you feel it to the core. And for all these things that's taking place in our lives, it's just like when I look at the things that I've went through in life. A lot of y'all been with me long enough to know what I've been through. A lot of things I didn't speak on, and it's just like, the last few days, or shoot, the last few weeks, it made me reflect on everything I went through, and I'm just like, damn, girl, you done been through a lot of stuff. And there's a lot of things you don't speak on when it comes to other people. You don't speak on it when it's here, you know. But those are the things that's going to uplift you in ways you did not understand. I mean, you are valued. Your soul is stronger than, is so durable than you ever thought it would. Because a lot of times it feels like you're dying, because you are. You're dying from what you used to do, how you used to see things, what you stayed focused on, what you allowed yourself to carry, what you allowed yourself to let go of. When right now, this is a season of change. all the old is being dissolved out, because it's like universe is putting things in your life that's going to stomp a mud hole into you, because they're like, you know what, you see this right here, this ain't no longer needed in your life, so you make peace with that and go on to something else, because it's like right around that corner. You just don't know how many blessings you got. Don't, if people want to be mean and hateful, let them be that, but let them be that by themselves. A lot of times folks are being happy, being in the self-destructive type of vibe they're in, and you have to allow yourself to you have to love yourself enough to back up. You have to be able to love yourself to back up, because you're purging a lot right now and you don't have time. You can plant that seed for that person and just pray for them, because it's just like everything that's going on right now. It has to be about you right now. You can send that, the encouraging vibes. I do that with y'all every day. There's days I send stuff out that's funny, because I know you need that laugh. We're all going through something where we still put a smile on our face, but it feels like, our hearts just steady breaking. But it's breaking, but it's breaking away from that old. It's breaking away from that cold. It's breaking away from that hatred, that trauma, things that people try to put you on. People trying to force you to be a trauma brand instead of being a self-made person, self-made spiritual being. We're just having a human experience. We already attached to the universe. And these things are making us so much stronger. You're purging a lot. Your sleep habit. I woke up at what, 1 o'clock, and I've been up since then. I've been up since then, but I'm like, I'm okay. I've been meditating this morning. I'm burning my daggone sage, saying my prayers. And I had to appreciate stuff, because, it's like so many things are coming. I'm getting angry. Like, you know what? It's like, it's never a good enough, but it's just like sometimes universe will put that fire up under your ass and say it's like now or never. And it's not about you, being that type of person that you just wreck and shop on everybody's lives. But you at that point, like, I'm gonna be very picky about who I conversate with, who I'm sitting up here giving my energy to, who gonna be around in my energy. I'm being very picky about that. I don't give a damn if they feel bad and feel some type of way about it, or feel, oh, you feel like you better than me. No, it ain't even about that. But I'm being very selective about what I put my energy in. And if I don't have time to hold grudges, and it's all about that. It's like I've been through a lot. Hell, we all have, you know. But when you speak on things, it's like my pain, my trauma brought me to a pathway of being able to help others, being able to learn from other people as they learn from me. And I feel like that's very, very much so of a blessing to me. I love each and every one of y'all. You have brought me a lot of caring energy towards my way. Because it's like when I'm seeing these comments, y'all don't know. I mean, y'all will pull on my heartstrings. Like, damn, they done made me sit up here and drop my daggone Power Ranger shield. Why they got me crying like this, And because it makes you feel good when you feel appreciated. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you feel like, why I got everything got to hurt so bad? Why does everything got to feel so heavy? I want to wake up with a smile on my face, and a lot of times you got to force that, but you have to be able to allow yourself to know, well, no matter what goes on that day, I'm going to try my best I can. If you didn't get it that day, it's all right. You reset that mess and get up tomorrow. You knew what stood up here and drug you down yesterday. Don't allow that shit to sit up here and drag you down today. Okay, you just allow yourself to know, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. I'm on my mission of healing. I'm on my mission of uplifting myself, regardless if anybody else don't uplift me. Doing things that it doesn't have to be known to the world about what you have done for other people. As people are like, Rosa, I want to send you something, I want to do this. I'm like, look, I do things out of my heart. I'm not doing things just to expect something in return. My only thing is that I want to see out of y'all is being able to know that you are in a clear mind of understanding why you're going through things. Why does your purpose have to be so, intense? At the time, everything feel like 3D, and really is. When I know that even though you may not be happy right now, but you're trying to get towards that happy place, and I know I can help contribute to that, that's the biggest blessing y'all can ever give me. I hate it when people are like, Roslynn, can I see you? I'm like, no, because it feels like I'm doing it looking for something. I just love being able to help other people, because I knew when I started my spiritual awakening, I didn't have anybody to talk to. It was people that knew what I was going through but kept hush hush about it because they didn't want me to find that out. When people know that you are magic, you're made of magic, you are magic. You know what I'm saying? And you, when they see that, they don't want you to discover that about yourself. You have to be able to discover that for yourself. You can tell. I tell anybody, if you rubbing folks the wrong way, and if it's just by your truth, hell, you can sit up here and be, come up dressed and smiling and walking through a door. You already know, just because you putting a smile on your face, you already don't rub them the wrong way. Baby, they ain't about you. That's about them. You ain't got to worry about that. But just speaking your truth. Don't let nobody try to tell you down. You got to water yourself down before talking to me. And baby, I don't need to talk to you then, because I ain't watering myself down for nobody. You know, yeah, I try to be very mindful about how I speak to people. I try not to judge nobody as best as I know how. I be having them little human hiccups every time. And they're like, "Ooh, Lord, don't make me smack the spirit out of them." And I have to draw myself back. Draw myself back. But I appreciate every lesson I've gone through. We all gonna have our hard times. A lot of times you trying to figure out, you know, how you gonna make ends meet, how you gonna be able to do this, how you gonna be do that. You're trying to push out a lot of positivity, but then negative, you know, BS want to come to you. And there's so many people that are, sending out, messages, even through numbers, synchronicity, posts, they all saying, the devil busy right now because, universe and God is taking you to that next level. Doors is opening for you, and they trying to make sure they get you all the way down, wore down before you even get there, and don't even know you probably a couple of steps away from opening your door, or your door is going to be open, and some doors going to open for you that you didn't even knock on, you know and it's just because of that, because you purging a lot of things. We don't carry around this anchor of pain for a long time. That's why I said, when you're becoming a spiritual being that has not even been invented, haven't even been defined, you are defined. If it's just sit up here and say dimension of, a definition of spiritual being or whatever, they just gonna have your face. It's gonna be like my dad with him and his, him and his crazy symbol. They didn't have a name for that, taffetat, whatever they used to call it, but it was meant for love. It's unpronounceable, and that's how you are. There's nothing you can be labeled with, because all that you are, you're everything that is loved. You're everything that is beauty. You're everything that's fierce. You're everything that's smart. You're intelligent. You quick. You know what I'm saying? Anything that is definition or defined as something positive, something powerful, that is you. You're that unpronounceable symbol that they could never label you. With us being Heyokas, we can't be labeled anyway. Hell, I don't like being labeled. Like, you'll never be nothing. I'm like, thank you. You're a freak. Thank you. Because that means you ain't ran up on somebody like me. I'm glad that you have not found somebody like me. That's why I love what I do. There's so many people tell me, Rosin, I love being here because it gives me that comfort. Or you ask me for advice, I'm not going to lie to you. I try to make sure I'm mindful of how I project that out, because I never want people to think I'm being harsh. But, sometimes that truth can kind of rub folks like, sandpaper. And I said, I tell them real quick, this is that. You come at me aggressive, I try not to mirror what you done pushed out to me. I'll end up coming back, because when I come back, it's going to be 10, 20 times harder than you ever expected. I've had people where they done got popped off at the mouth, and then they want to sit up here and I'll pop right back, and then you ain't had nothing else to say. Now I still have to ask God for forgiveness for that. At times, that's why I try to make sure I pump my brakes before I say something that I can't take back. Every experience I went through, it is value. I've learned life lessons that maybe I was kind of a little slow. It took me a couple of years to do stuff, but it's all right. Now I look at situations I've been in longer than, I'm like, what the hell were you thinking? Were you drunk this whole time? Were you blind? Were you kind of slow? Like molasses slow on a cold winter morning slow. It was like one of those. But then it was just like everything happens for a reason of season. When you have gone through a lot of hurt and pain, those are the things, it can either make you bitter or better. And it's supposed to make you better. This is like all the things I've gone through, from what my family put me through, from what my choices put me through, from my toxic has put me through. Because I'm not going to sit up here and just blame all of them, because I played my part into it too. There's always a choice in the making. You can either allow these people to do what they're doing and let you get triggered by it, because that's what they're hoping they can do, because they've been gone through that, you know. Um, or I can allow myself to come like what was it, a carbon copy? No, I'm not good with carbon copies. No, no. Just no. I like being original, being me. you know. And I had to appreciate that, I was my own toxic enemy, because there's times I remember there was a post I put up a couple of months ago. It's like you start burning sage, next thing you know, your ass fall out because you're the negative one. Yes, we can be our own negative, and we can be our own worst enemy, because a lot of times we walk around here angry, feeling like we need an explanation, we need an apology. When narcs, they are not going to apologize, because that means they're admitting to their faults. They're not going to do that. But you may have caused, just because of those things, you may have had those narcissistic vibes you carried, because you're reflecting what you've been exposed to. And then when it gets to that time where you see, it's like life is repeating itself. You don't need life imitating art, imitating life, about the things you went through that was very toxic. It was very negative, very just ugh. You had to be able to break your way from that. And when I can allow myself to admit it, yeah, I had toxic ways. Yes, I had narcissistic ways. There was a lot of times I didn't like hearing what people had to say about me, because I felt like I had a chip on my shoulder. You can't tell me nothing. And there were certain things, yeah, I was wrong. A lot of times, yeah, I shouldn't have did the things that I did, but I had to learn from those. I always tell people, don't never feel stupid because you did certain things. How would you have ever learned it unless you have never did those things? You have to learn from them. Now, if you see that the situations you're in is constantly bringing you to the same kind of issues and problems, and you ain't changing that, hey, it is what it is. You know, uh, and it's not going to do nothing except get worse, and it can catch up with you in a worse kind of way that you can come back from. So it's just like right now we're going through these transformations that is going, it's going to have coming up like any kind of fighter, like Mike Tyson, or got that on Holyfield, or Mayweather with his little short self, something like that. Ronda Rousey, that's my girl. The Bella Twins, all them. you know um and you're gonna take those hits, but that's okay. You're gonna get back up, but you're gonna learn from those things. You're gonna appreciate those things because it got you better. It didn't make you, it may have went through a transformation of bitterness, but it got you towards a betterment. Because sometimes you got to get in your feelings. You have to pause on yourself, like, hey, this situation trying to teach you something. What is it wanting you to listen to? Because it's like when you keep ignoring it, or you keep reacting towards things, the way you're reacting, anything is powerless. And I have to remind myself of that. Everything is anything that anyone or anything that's, trying to pull you out of your character is powerless when you don't give it your reaction or your attention. A lot of times you got to see it for what it is. Yeah, it may piss you off. Take that pause for the cause. Allow yourself to get, you almost slipped in your feelings, smack it back. Like, oh, no, mm-mm. This is something I can't change, but I can change how I see it. I can change how I react to it. I can change how I focus on it. And a lot of times you get mad and try to understand, why do these things, I'm trying to be positive about certain things, but things keep coming at me. A lot of times it's like when it's coming at you because you're not catching that lesson. You know, you only can be kind for so long. You can be kind, but you can also be distant. When it comes to certain people, certain situations, you have to withdraw yourself, because sometimes people take that for granted because they feel like, oh, if I apologize, they'll be there. Or if I fake nice with them and acting like I care, they'll stay there. No, you have to love yourself enough to just like, what, hey, you ain't appreciating. When I start, when you ain't appreciating what the little things that I can do and bring to your life to uplift you in some kind of special way, and you didn't appreciate and you didn't care, I'm gonna appreciate what I did for you. I'm gonna appreciate that I could have been that person to give you that blessing, but I'm gonna be more of a blessing to myself, because I'm about to reroute myself, reroute myself, because somewhere down that line, your blessings is coming. Somewhere down that line, that blessing is coming because you did what you had to do in this situation. That person is learning off of you, and you learning off of them. And that's what we're example for, because we get ourselves in these toxic situations. We signed up to meet the people that we met, and then they stayed the way they choose to stay, but you chose to not just be that being. People are comfortable with that. Some people feel like they got to rob Peter to pay Paul just to get something, and they wondering why stuff keep coming at them back to back to back to back, and it just keeps getting worse. When you're doing things the honest way and you're trying to get towards something that's already yours, it's going to be yours, no matter what people trying to do, no matter what lies they trying to tell, what deceit they trying to cover over it, what people they trying to have somebody else look at, whatever. It's always going to be for you. You know, you had to be able to go through all these different things in your life to hurt you, to break you. Sometimes they got to be cruel to be kind. You know, and it took me a minute to realize that. And I know my daggone energy shifting. So if you see the colors in my face acting kind of crazy because my heart chakra went, um, it's a lot of times things, it has to be cruel to be kind, because it's like when you've gone through stuff like that and then broke you in all kind of way because it was supposed to rebuild and make you up into something different. So allow that process to take place. So I would love, I hope y'all were able to resonate with the content of that. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Angel Zalvela, Zavela and United We Stand, Scottish Truth Set You Free 2020, Juliana Smith and Cordell White, and Michelle Sunny Calb. And much love to you. If you're new, welcome. It's so good to have you. Drop a line. Tell somebody about the channel. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. You know, share. It's truly appreciated. And drop me a line. I would love to get a chance to know you and give you a post notification shout out as well. Um, if you need to get in touch with me privately, please send me a short message on Facebook Messenger about the help you need, your assistance with your, you know, your spiritual path, and get that understanding, a deeper understanding about your mission or your purpose or whatever you need help with. And I'll try my best to help you. Whatever we speak on is confidential. If I can't tell you, you know, verbatim, I'll go ahead and give you, you know, the information that you need to get you past that way. I don't know why I just said verbatim, but I'm just saying, you know, I'll send you towards the way you truly need. Um, you know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that, you know, everything you're trying to manifest in your life comes 100,000 times more than what you asked for, what you prayed for, or even expected. And it comes so much sooner you expected as well. Even through social distancing, you know, send out love and light and, you know, words and frequencies of, you know, love, kindness, prosperity, positivity. God dog, I can't talk this morning. You never know. All those things can take somebody a long way. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Oh, and have a good weekend. I forgot it's Friday already. No, Thursday already. God dog. And I hope y'all have going towards a good weekend. I'll just see y'all on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be wild.